BLM leader hands white people list of demands, all have one sick thing in common. The situation in Charlottesville, Virginia, has seemingly given Black Lives Matter and other domestic terrorist groups a new lease to demand what they are not owed. One BLM leader has now produced a list of demands for white people, and they all have one sick thing in common. Chanel Helm, the co-founder and core organizer of Black Lives Matter Louisville, has outlined a list of 10 demands in an article for Leo Weekly titled, "White People, Here Are 10 Requests from a Black Lives Matter Leader." Unfortunately, the requests within are beyond absurd, entitled, and ignorant, with one disturbing trend appearing in each. White people, if you don't have any descendants, will your property to a black or brown family. Preferably one that lives in generational poverty, Helm writes. White people, if you're inheriting property you intend to sell upon acceptance, give it to a black or brown family. You're bound to make that money in some other white privileged way, she adds. If you are a developer or realty owner of multifamily housing, build a sustainable complex in a black or brown blighted neighborhood and let black and brown people live in it for free, Helm continues. White people, if you can't afford to downsize, give up the home you own to a black or brown family. Preferably a family from generational poverty, she writes. As noted by Milo, there seems to be a trend in her requests. Not only do they all seem to involve black people getting free things, they all involve taking from and oppressing someone who is white, simply because of their skin color. In other words, her requests are the epitome of racism, and unfortunately, the list continues to include demands which one might think are satirical but are disgustingly very real. White people, re-budget your monthly so you can donate to black funds for land purchasing. White people, especially white women, because this is y'all specialty, nosy Jenny and meddling Kathy, get a racist fired. Y'all know what the fuck they be saying. You are complicit when you ignore them. Get your boss fired cause they racist too. Backing up number 7, above, this should be easy but all of those sheetless Klan, Nazis and other lil dick white men will all be returning to work. Get they ass fired. Call the police even, they look suspicious. Source, Leo. There seems to be a common misconception permeating the liberal mindset these days, namely, that blacks are owed something by whites, like money or property, because there were once slaves in the U.S. However, there is a huge flaw in their reasoning. Every society known to man has, at one time, at least, had slaves. Even African communities have lived under slavery. Some do to this day. Being that all societies have allowed slavery at one point or another, the United States really isn't so unique. Perhaps the question we should be asking is not, who is responsible for slavery? But, who did the most to abolish slavery? In that case, the answer is, overwhelmingly, the United States. Also, more white blood was shed to end slavery in the United States than anywhere else in the world. Americans fought a bloody civil war, the outcome of which was a slavery-free society. However, the misguided fools of Black Lives Matter would ironically like to erase any reminder of this history from our country. Could it be because the Confederate monuments they so despise are a constant reminder that it was, by large, whitey who freed them from slavery? I suspect that's a bit too much for them to wrap their tiny brains around. It is 2017. Blacks have the exact same opportunities and advantages as whites, and they are owed nothing. Perhaps if the complainers spent more time working to earn something, their entitlement mentality would not be so overwhelming. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.